we'll be holding an airlines mileage drive to help us grant these travel wishes. If you have spare airline miles, you can donate them without any transfer fees. And your donation will go a long way. And so will our Wish Kids.
This lineup is brought to you by AutoSpot, Guam's fastest growing dealership with in-house financing. You'll be amazed what we can do. Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
It's about time DepCorp finally gets much-needed security cameras installed.
Another victim files a lawsuit alleging Clergy sexual abuse.
And the ribbon is cut for Phase 2 of the Summertown Estates in Dededo. Ken Quintanilla is back with the story.
Hafa and good evening. I'm Crystal Paco alongside Nick Delgado. The recent decision by District Court of Guam Chief Judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood still stings with several members of the island community.
Happening right now across the federal courthouse, a solidarity rally by Chamorro rights activists.
Let's bring in Nestor Lacanto with the story. Nestor?
Chris and Nick, we're here in front of the federal courthouse with Ned Pablo, one of the organizers of today's rally. Ned, can you explain what you're out
here for Indigenous Chamorro rights? For one, this plebiscite belongs to the Indigenous Chamorros, no one else. We love you, settlers, outsiders, whatever you want to call it, Comanian. We love you. We're not telling you to get out. We're not going to suppress you or oppress you. We love you, but this is our herencia, our derecho. Respect that, please. And Dave Davis, you're gonna lose. The people know, the world's gonna know. The federal court, U.S. District Court, you guys are gonna lose too. The world is watching. Indigenous rights. And this island is not for a free-for-all for anyone to come here and take it. This is all we have left. This is all we have left. This is our motherland. Tanu Chamorro. Panogi Chamorro Puri Tanomu. Panogi Chamorro Puri Tanomu. Conchai Piligu. Para Itanota. Estigi Ningagi. Estigi Debidita Tsotsogwi. Estigi de Sotta. Estigi de Sotta. Malautu. Manainaut and Manilu, Jun Ajura, Samakeke Funas, it's a Chamorro Guinea, Mismo Ginaota.
And of course, what Mr. Pablo is referring to, the decision he's referring to, is the recent court decision by federal judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood, which basically ruled that the plebiscite with a native only vote was unconstitutional. Back to you in the studio, Nick and Chris.
Thanks, Nestor. If you are driving down near the federal courthouse, please be mindful of those participating in the rally.
Over 13,000 native inhabitants are already registered, but in light of the recent district court ruling, the Guam Election Commission will cease any activity on populating the Decolonization registry. Executive Director Maria Pangilinan says depending on whether any further decision is made or law is enacted, the GEC was advised by their legal counsel to not spend any more money appropriated for the Decolonization registry efforts.
A message has been going out, and it continues to go out, that all current decolonization registrars must turn in their forms. They are not being de-deputized. We just making sure that all the forms are turned in so that no registration is going on.
As part of the 26-page decision, federal judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood ruled that a native inhabitant-only vote would be unconstitutional. As for Governor DeCalvo's proposal to still hold a plebiscite with 2 separate ballot boxes for natives and non-natives, Pangilinan says the GEC will only follow what the law allows.
A prison with 0 security cameras. It's been the case over at the Department of Corrections for at least the past decade. But when will that change? Today, we have that answer as KUAM gets an exclusive look at what's being done to beef up surveillance for those serving time. Charged with keeping the community safe and watching those accused of breaking the law, DepCor has been doing just that with one major downfall. Deputy Director Kate Baltazar says not a single security camera on the facility is working. She says it's been that way for at least 10 years.
There was sort of the skeleton of what used to be cameras here.
Year after year, those locked up here have been physically watched over by the corrections officers on duty, nothing recording the activity happening inside or outside the fence.
If you stood in the middle, there's 4 cameras watching you at this time.
Now, a major announcement as the technology at the prison has been upgraded.
These cameras were funded by the Prison Rape Elimination Act, or PREA, which is a program under the Department of Justice.
16 new digital cameras price tagged at just under $30,000 are now installed.
Surveillance is critical to controlling movement and ensuring that everyone is safe within the facility and also in the perimeter.
And preventing more contraband from being thrown in or smuggled in by visitors.
And you can imagine just how beneficial this new system will be for the prison, keeping the entire population in check.
It certainly is for that. It's for the safety of everyone on our compound, our corrections officers, our staff, our inmate population, as well as anyone who might be visiting the compound for whatever reason. This is hopefully a deterrent for any undesirable activity within our compound.
In addition to their new cameras is their eye from the sky, one placed up high with a 360 view of the property and with infrared capabilities. It's a capability DepCor management have been working to get for some time.
Incredible. So, you know, with technology and these seemingly minor upgrades, we're able to do so much more, monitor activities and kick surveillance up a few notches.
DepCor is now working to get $18,000 more in federal funding to further enhance its safety and security at the prison.
Yet another multi-million-dollar suit has been lodged against the Archdiocese of Agania, but not by a former altar boy. 37-year-old Timothy Ryan Sharoma filed his complaint in the District Court of Guam on Wednesday. Court documents state he was only 9 years old when he was sexually molested by former priest Raymond Cepeda. Sharoma was a student at the Cathedral Grade School, which was adjacent to the Hagåtña Cathedral. While using the church phone after school to call his ride, he alleges Cepeda pinned him to the ground, stuffed his head in his backpack, and sexually molested him. From then on, he rode the bus home and would fake sick to avoid attending Mass at the cathedral. KUAM files show Cepeda was laicized or removed as a priest in December 2009. Sharoma marks the 29th plaintiff to file suit against the church. Like other plaintiffs represented by attorney David Lujan, he is seeking $5 million in damages. It's a nightmare come true for one former Guam resident whose Florida home went up in smoke last weekend. Here's more.
Everything that we used to know as our home is just gone.
They smelled the smoke but didn't see any sign of fire.
Next thing you know, we turned around and our whole back patio was on fire.
Amanda Cruz and her family were in panic. Her husband trying to control the flames with their garden hoses. She grabbed their kids and phoned 911.
The wind that night was really strong, so it just basically fed the fire more. And it spread and spread and spread. And the fire department, they probably came like within 10, 15 minutes. But, you know, by that time, it was already gone.
In minutes, the two-story townhouse they called home for the last 5 years was nothing more than char and ashes. Her family, including her 2 young sons, ages 2 and 8, as well as their dog, safe and sound.
It's something that you just don't plan for. You don't even think in your craziest dreams that would happen to you.
Florida fire investigators suspect the flames were sparked by flammables outside.
My landlady, she used to keep paint in the shed that was outside. And the fire investigators still haven't figured it out, but they know that it the fire was initiated outside.
Cruz is a former Guam resident raised in Tamuning. As a teen, she relocated to the States, joined the Army, and toured Korea and Iraq. The veteran is now a housewife caring for her family. Today, she's left picking up the pieces from the rubble. Although the American Red Cross supplied them with immediate shelter, they're turning to friends and family to help fund a new future. A GoFundMe account was started with a modest goal of $2,500 to start rebuilding their lives. To donate to the family, visit our website.
The chairman of the Alcohol Beverage Control Board is responding after the recent arrest of one of his board members. We told you about the arrest of attorney Richard Hamlin earlier this week. Hamlin is charged with aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and public drunkenness after he allegedly stabbed a man outside of a Tamuning bar over the weekend. ABC Board Chair Ray Lanetta says he recommended Hamlin to serve on the board a couple years back. He adds Hamlin passed all the necessary background checks, which is why the arrest comes as a complete shock.
I want folks to know that this is out of character. It's not the Richard Hamlin that I know, right? And so before this incident, everything was perfect with our ABC board. We have a great team, and we have some really good, upstanding citizens there to help the people of Guam.
Hamlin was released on a $10,000 bail. No word yet if he will be allowed to continue to serve as a member on the ABC board. While changes are already occurring under the Real ID Act, Guam residents can possibly expect even more changes when renewing and applying for a Guam driver's license. While the Department of Revenue and Taxation leadership can only confirm that requirements for a driver's license will change starting in May, KUAM has learned through several posts on social media that residents will soon be required to submit more documentation for renewal. Some of the new documents include submitting a mayor's verification, an original birth certificate, and an original social security card. Director John Camacho says they are renewing the statute before any official announcement or implementation isn't put in place.
There's two reasons to celebrate up north as the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority and residents of Decolonization celebrate both the ribbon cutting and groundbreaking of more than 150 affordable homes at the Summertown Estates. But as Ken Kitsanidze reports, while more homes are being built, there's also the concern about how the H-2B visa crisis will impact further construction.
Back in 2015, Marcia Lilau had to relocate from her home in Paget after an accidental house fire.
I feel really safe here.
And while she's only been a resident of the area for a couple of months, for Lilau and her two kids, the Summertown Estates in Decolonization is a place they can finally call home.
I actually really like this place. It's very, everything is very close by. Public health is just right out here, and the supermarkets are very close. It's not far. I mean, it's not even a 5-minute drive.
Today, the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority held a dual ceremony. First, for a ribbon cutting ceremony of the completion of the second phase of the Summertown Estate.
It's for large families and families.
GURA Executive Director Michael Duenas says the project recognized the need of larger families, as more than half of the units are of 3- and 4-bedroom design. The second phase is estimated at $29 million. And while the first phase consisted of 240 units only for seniors 55 and above, the second and third phases are now available for residents with below 10% of the median gross.
Phase 66 units, and that is also for large families. And we're also trying to see if they can accommodate families who are recently homeless.
In total, this would make 399 units for the entire subdivision. Duenas says he's happy Phase 2 was completed, but does have concern over whether Phase 3 will be able to progress, especially with the H-2B visa crisis.
What we're hearing is contractors now have to be very selective with the projects they do tackle. They want to make sure it's a project that they have sufficient manpower to complete.
Governor Eddie Calvo says he'll be making his way to Hawaii next week to meet with the admiral in charge for military forces in the Pacific to reiterate the H-2B visa crisis on Guam. As for the Summertown Estates, Governor Calvo says it's all part of realizing the Guamanian dream.
We started out with a dream. A lot of folks say, Governor, what are you doing? This dream and that dream. But we started out with a goal of 3,000 affordable homes. And at this point, with all the projects such as this, I think we've gone over the 2,000 mark already. Gosh, we got only 2 more years left, so we still got a lot more units to build.
Meanwhile, for Alilao, she's just happy Gura is helping strengthen families like hers, one project at a time.
I really want to thank the people at Gura and, for helping like families like mine, in need.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Thanks, Ken. Coming up, the Guam Education Board's current legal counsel may be no more. Stay tuned. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Do you want to get discounts at local restaurants like Lone Star, CPK, Capricciosa, Delmonico Kitchen and Bar, Manhattan Steakhouse, Tony Roma's, and lots more? What about 25% off on all natural and organic items at Payless Supermarkets daily? It's all part of Guam's largest rewards club, the Calvo's Lifestyle Club. Join today for free as an added benefit to being a Calvo's Insurance customer. Just show your Lifestyle Club card at over 50 of our rewards partners to start saving more. It's just one of the ways Calvo's Insurance helps you live a better lifestyle.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I've got just the one for you.
We opened our online store, upgraded our website, and increased our call center to better serve customers.
What do you think?
Solid.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
Why is tourism Guam's #1 industry? Tourism benefits our economy. Visitors come to our shores to experience our island. More tourist spending means more dollars flowing into our economy. Tourism creates jobs. From bell service to front desk to tour agents, more jobs mean more opportunities. Tourism builds businesses. From hotels to shops to restaurants, more businesses mean more dreams come true. Tourism preserves our culture. In the visitor industry, culture takes center stage. Celebrating our culture means keeping our traditions alive. Tourism keeps our land and waters clean. It all adds up. Tourism improves our quality of life. It helps make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Tourism works for Guam.
Everyone loves Taco Bell's iconic Crunch Wrap, and once again, we're taking that love to new heights. The one that got away is back in a big way. The bigger, beefier, triple-double Crunch Wrap. Only at Taco Bell.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
The $7 million lawsuit filed by the Superintendent of Education against the Guam Education Board may go to settlement. This after court documents were filed today indicating both parties, the superintendent and board members in their official capacities, agreed to hold a settlement conference in front of retired Judge Alex Munson. Attorney Gary Gumatauta, who represents 6 board members in their personal capacities, also expressed interest in the settlement conference. If the matter is not resolved through alternate resolution, it could go to trial in March of next year. Last week, Fernandez said he does not want the lawsuit, quote, hanging over his head now that he is back at DOE.
Well, Chris, on that note, the man who spearheaded the investigation into the near termination of DOE's top leader could be out. Just 2 weeks after Superintendent John Fernandez returned to work, it seems the Education Board's legal counsel may be getting kicked to the curb. Isabaza explains.
Attorney Gary Gumatauta received the notice Monday.
Went down and hand-delivered a letter basically informing him that, pursuant to the contract of services, that, we'll be basically running out of funds towards the end of March.
Guam Education Board Finance Chair Mark Mendiola said Gumatao now serves as a legal counsel for the board after being the only respondent to a request for proposal seeking legal services last year. However, he may not be the board's counsel for long.
Gumatao's contract is approved at up to $60,000 per fiscal year, but will likely end in only half that time because of the amount he's already billed the Department of Education.
A big chunk of which was used to pay for an internal investigation surrounding allegations against the superintendent last year. You may recall that Gumatao billed the department $49,000 for the investigation, nearly 80% of his annual contract. However, the investigation reports and bill of particulars were later rescinded by the board and expunged from the superintendent's personnel file.
Because of the litigation and some of the issues that pertain to the board, unfortunately, it basically ate it up, the funding.
But while Gumatao has received notice, he said any guesses as to whether or not his contract will end are speculation, adding he thinks the board's calculations are wrong.
What I've been told is that they think they're running out of money for it, but I wonder how they're saying that they're doing that, but they've already voted to try to pay David Lujan's attorney's fees at $60,000. I wrote back and said, take a look at this. I think you've misconstrued you don't understand how the accounting works.
However, Mendiola said the department has to consider the funding it has available.
With the constraints of the financing and all these things, we wanted to make sure that we maximize our resources. And so, I'm recommending from the committee that we utilize the legal services of the two legal counsels within the department, and that if there's other technical stuff that needs to be addressed, that we seek the consent of or the opinion of the Attorney General.
The issue will be addressed at the next GEB meeting on March 28. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Thanks, Issa. Committee Chair on Education Senator Joseph Augustine said there was nothing but positive commentary from the community during a public hearing to discuss the appointment of those who will serve on the island's education system. Amanda Blas was appointed by a member of the Guam Academy Charter School Council, while Christian Sarigan was appointed as a member of the Guam Public Library System Board of Directors. Meanwhile, St. Augustine adds that discussion concerning the appointment of 4 other individuals, including Guam Education Board appointee Robert Crisostomo, have been postponed until April.
Over 150 letters were delivered to Superintendent John Fernandez on Tuesday from students at Southern High School. The letters contained a list of items, particularly facilities issues, they wanted to address. After reading the letters, Fernandez toured the school today.
So I came down this morning to make sure I toured the gymnasium, where I guess they've been having AC issues, air conditioning issues this year, and tried to make sure I had my maintenance people down there to give me an update as to how we were going to address those issues. And it looks like we're close to a fix with some of the pumps being replaced, and we'll be able to kind of fire up the system hopefully next week and see if we're able to turn on the entire system.
The system has been down since the beginning of the school year. Fernandez said he appreciates student input as they work together to address issues at the department.
Well, ahead in sports, Chris Barnett has the official fight card for PXC 56, but first, a look at your island weather.
As a locally owned company rooted in Guam, the Hafaday spirit is at the heart of our mission at Payless Supermarkets. Together, we promise to provide the best value of fresh quality products packaged into an exciting food shopping destination, build a family of valued and impassioned employees, and care for our community. Join us in celebrating the Hafaday spirit. Viva Payless and Viva Guam!
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Now's a great time to meet the award-winning Hyundai lineup, all backed by Guam's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Like the fuel-efficient 2017 Hyundai Accent starting at the unbeatable price of $12,995. Or the redesigned 2017 Hyundai Elantra starting at just $16,995. How about the well-equipped 2017 Hyundai Tucson starting at $21,995? Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Hey, smart spenders. Shell's Buy Food, Get Fuel promo is back. And this time, Shell's giving away grocery coupons too. Shell has partnered up with Cost You Less and Island Fresh to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station, or purchase $30 of fuel at Shell and receive a coupon for $5 off any $75 Cost You Less or Island Fresh store purchase. Visit Shell, Cost You Less, or Island Fresh today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
Oh boy.
Buick now has an SUV for that. Introducing the new Buick Encore.
I knew I could trust you guys with the cake.
No problem. That was close.
One of 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
Get 16% below MSRP on select 2017 Buick SUVs in stock. That's over $4,400 on this Encore. Visit AutoSpot Buick today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Avade Guam, Chris Barnett with sports, proudly brought to you by Triple J. BMS Chamorro on this Wednesday, or like we say in Chamorro, Wetness Day. And it's not a Fight Night Friday this time around, PXC 56, happening on a Saturday, or like we say in Chamorro, Saturday. That's next weekend. Here's more on the official fight card. Official fight card for PXC 56 dropping today. 2 title fights on the card set for Saturday, March 25th at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. Trevin Jones has been training hard stateside, even getting in some time with former training partner Kyle Boom Regis for his first bantamweight title defense against the Philippines' Stefan Loman. The PXC Lightweight Championship belt, now vacant, will find itself around someone's waist as JJ Ambrose, 26-7, takes on Korean top teams Hong Seong Chan, 6-1. Ambrose held his training camp here in Guam at Steel Athletics. Saipan's Kelvin, the big hit Fitial, 13-8, is back in fighting shape, taking on Australian knockout artist Ben Sassoli, 3-1. Jeff Mesa takes on Kai Kamaka Jr., and Charlie Alanis faces Seigo Yamamoto. Jun Young Park, 4-3, faces Hawaii's Ray Cooper III. Brada, 11-2, and a grudge match between Frank Meno and Jose Ramirez is also on the card. Shane Peekaboo Alvarez, 12-4, returns to the PXC to face Michito Abe, 14-6 of Japan. Alvarez coming off a big win over Emilio Yarusha in PXC 54, while Abe, a veteran of Japan's deep fighting promotion, is also coming off a win. PXC 56 tickets available at all Foodies locations, Anderson ITT, MWR, and online at tpiguam.com. Doors open at 5:30. Fights start at 7:30 on Fight Night Saturday. Guam Chamber of Commerce teeing off with its 20th Guam Chamber Amateur Golf Tournament. If you're looking for a way to spend your Thursday, hey, maybe you play hooky. 12:30 tee time at the Onward Talafofo Golf Course. Grab a Make Guam Great Again package that includes 2 special raffle tickets and 2 mulligans for $20. Sign up, $165 in a 3-man select shot format, and that includes an on-course lunch and ditty bag. Shamrock's Restaurant hosting the 3rd annual 5K St. Patty's Night Run Friday night, March 17th. Participants could register for the run at Shamrock's in Tumon. Showtime, 5 p.m.
We will have traffic control with volunteers from SOML. Also, my staff will be involved. It will head up all the way to Ipao Beach. Turnaround point will come from there. Water stations throughout the area. And coming back to Shamrocks. That's your finish point. When you come back, get light refreshments. Also, we'll be giving away great prizes throughout the night and to runners. I believe for the first 100 runners that register will get a t-shirt from Shamrocks.
Proceeds raised will be donated to SOML and GAIN.
We started SOML Racing about 8 years ago with a bunch of fellow rescue swimmers. Our motto is "So Others May Live," so we made the acronym SOML. And what we want to do is we want to promote fitness across wherever we're stationed. We're all across the United States and across the world. So we want to get out there, get our name out there, support fitness, get out and do community outreach in the various locations that we're stationed.
All right, a 5K on a Friday night. Sounds interesting. Hey, esta gupa, you keep on shining. My name's Chris. Adios!
Take on any road with intelligent all-wheel drive. The new Nissan Pathfinder, Rogue, and Armada.
Come celebrate with the villages of Talafofo and Inarajan at the Valley of the Lati River Festival 2 on April 1st and 2nd at the Valley of the Lati Talafofo River. This year's festival will feature a culinary competition with Guam High School's chefs and training students using grown on Guam produce. Canoe carvers, artists, farmers, and local craftsmen will celebrate with us from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. The Valley of the Lati River Festival 2 is presented by the Guam Visitors Bureau, Takagi and Associates, Heineken Light, Uno Magazine, the Guamanian Magazine, GTA, Pepsi, Kloppenberg Enterprises Inc., Foodies, and the stations of KUAM. Advanced ticket sales are available at all Foodies locations. For more info, visit valleyofthelatty.com or call 789-3342.
You're about to go down, boy. Oh, yeah? I'll show you, buddy. How you like me now? Bring it on. I'll shut you up. Oh, yeah? Come on.
When it comes to trucks, we have to put our foot down. Anything with a Ford badge on it has to crank the most power, the most torque, and get the absolute best fuel economy. Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for 40 straight years.
That's it, boys. Fight it out for second place.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Coastal Creamery Birthday Club. First up, happy 6th birthday to David Rafael B. Beneventi from the family. Happy birthday to Grandma Fina Cruz and grandson BJ Mendoza. Love the family. Happy birthday going out to Trisha and Rosalind from Jaron, Noah, Caden, Isaiah, Odin, and Daddy. We love you. Happy birthday to my grandma, Maria Delgado. Love the entire family. Lolita Loling Delgado Blas from her family. Happy birthday going out to her. Happy birthday to Anna Cooper. Also, happy birthday to our favorite baker, David Sulio. And a big happy birthday going out to John Patrick Uggan from the family. And happy birthday to our very own Mike Camacho. Remember, you can be a part of the Coldstone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your name, and of course your birthday. That's going to do it for us here in the news desk. But stay tuned. Bree's next with Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Top of the day, everyone. Dampui Nasi Usmaasi for staying with us for Extra. And as we've done every Wednesday during Message Chamorro, we are showing off our beautiful culture. We begin our program with our new inductee to the Culture Club. This is our newest segment dedicated to highlighting Guam's young professionals, artists, and entrepreneurs and their individual efforts to protect, preserve, and promote our Chamorro culture. These are the new leaders of a cultural movement to bridge our Chamorro values and traditions with the new generation through their professional backgrounds, tech and social media savvy, new approaches to traditional trades, and talents in arts.
For Dr. Michael Bavacqua, a Chamorro Studies professor at the University of Guam, it's not necessarily about preservation.
Because preserving things means keeping them the same. And so no generation really wants to keep everything exactly the same, because there's ways you can improve things, but then also the world changes around you.
And with the world constantly changing, Bavacqua has found ways to improve and change how we can learn and speak the Chamorro language by making it more relatable.
For me, any way that we can sort of incorporate the Chamorro language and then the Chamorro culture into our daily lives is really important.
Bavacqua offers free Chamorro language classes in the community at Java Junction on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in Agatna.
It's a much more informal setting for kind of learning Chamorro and then raising your sort of consciousness or your knowledge level as a Chamorro.
He's also active on social media, posting on Facebook about his adventures in Chamorro, especially with his children. Yes, they are fluent in Chamorro.
For me, I speak to my kids in Chamorro all the time, and then I teach Chamorro, and then I interact with Chamorro speakers. I do all these things, and so these are just adventures on what it's like on the island today, using the Chamorro language a lot, trying to perpetuate the language, and then just all the randomness of trying to talk to my children in the Chamorro language too.
One of the projects, however, he's most proud of is one that he's currently working on with his brothers, the Guam Bus.
We are big nerds, and we did not grow up incredibly or particularly Chamorro. And so coming into adulthood now and taking issues of that more seriously, we want to bring together things that we love growing up, which many Chamorros today love as well, like anime, action movies, science fiction, comics. We want to take those things and then basically make them Chamorro. And so, children's books, comic books, those sorts of things, we want to make those things.
In other words, teaching our culture in more interesting and creative ways to a new generation of Chamorros.
When you think about your average young person today, they don't really care much about Chamorro stuff because they think Chamorro stuff is riding in the back of the car with your grandparents when they go to a funeral. And to them, Chamorro depressing, Chamorro sucks. But if you can tell them, no, Chamorro is like ancient warriors fighting using like magical powers, then it's like, it's kind of cool. It's a little bit cooler than listening to my grandparents fight about how somebody sold the land 50 years ago. That's kind of cool. Or, children's books, basically teaching the language in ways which is not necessarily focused on pleasing older people, but young people. What are the types of things that young people are seeing in social media, in the internet, on TV, making it align with that?
While he may be focused on the future, it's his connection to the past that inspires him today. Bavacqua is saying the two people that have greatly influenced him are his grandparents, Master Chamorro blacksmith Joaquin Lujan and his grandmother, Elizabeth.
He was kind of the last, I guess you would say, traditional Chamorro blacksmith, where he was taught by his father, and it was a family tradition. My grandmother, who was valedictorian for the last GW class before World War II broke out, she was the one that really taught me and helped me learn the Chamorro language as an adult.
All grown up and our latest inductee to the Culture Club, Bavacqua believes it's really up to everyone, including the government, to keep our culture and language alive.
One of the words we like to use is, of course, revitalization, is that there is something there, but it's silent, it's quiet, it's forgotten. And so you kind of want to kind of revive it again. And so I definitely think that's one of the things to remember is it's not like the language is dead yet. It's not like culture is dead, but definitely needs more effort, more personal effort, more public effort to keep these things alive, to keep them healthy and strong.
Stay tuned. After the break, we head to the University of Guam for the annual Chamorro language competition.
Everyone loves Taco Bell's iconic Crunch Wrap, and once again, we're taking that love to new heights. The one that got away is back in a big way. The bigger, beefier, triple-double Crunch Wrap. Only at Taco Bell.
Hey, smart spenders. Shell's Buy Food, Get Fuel promo is back. And this time, Shell's giving away grocery coupons too. Shell has partnered up with Cost You Less and Island Fresh to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station, or purchase $30 of fuel at Shell and receive a coupon for $5 off any $75 Cost You Less or Island Fresh store purchase. Visit Shell, Cost You Less, or Island Fresh today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Your love is like a fireplace. Your warm, sweet embrace. I want to see your face again. Your love is like a fireplace. Your warm, sweet embrace. I want to see your face again. 'Cause I'm caught up in the current of your love. And as you walk along the beach alone to escape the wild stone, amplified by the musical tone, supplied by the John Dang Show. Supplied by the John Dang Show. Rockin' steady, I'm gonna put it on you. Are you ready? Caught up in the current of your love.
Here at Make-A-Wish, our Wish Kids wish for all kinds of things. A lot of them involve traveling to faraway places. On Saturday, April 29th at GPO, we'll be holding an airlines mileage drive to help us grant these travel wishes. If you have spare airline miles, you can donate them without any transfer fees. And your donation will go a long way. And so will our Wish Kids.
Welcome back. It was a vibrant expression of the Chamorro culture. The annual Chamorro language competition rocked the University of Guam earlier this week. And here's a snapshot of the annual event.
Every year, hundreds of students from throughout the Mariana Islands gather in Guam to compete in the University of Guam's Chamorro language competition. The event tests competitor knowledge of speaking, reading, writing, and singing in the Chamorro language. Event organizer Senora Rosa Palomo.
It's very important, at least from my perspective, because this is the competition that focuses on language. Every category has its importance and has its contribution to making the language more viable and more heard in the community.
The two-day event started on Monday and featured categories for individual contestants. KUAM caught up with Senora Palomo on the final day of the competition.
This is actually the second day of the Inataagin Fino Chamorro. We started yesterday with the individual competitions for storytelling, umistorya, sinangan, oratorical, and poetry recitation. Today's events are primarily group events. So like we started out with the children's choir in the elementary, K-2 and 3-5. We're almost done with the with the 3-5. And then we've got choral reading in the middle school and chant in the middle school. And then the rest of the afternoon is devoted to the categories for the high school, male and female individual singer, Panpansa Morita, which is a relatively new thing that we've added on. I think this is just the second year. Song and dance and dramatic, drama.
Each category was judged by members of the community who are fluent in the Chamorro language, including ISA 63 DJ Kin Conception.
Man, it is great. You have these young kids from K1 and 2 all the way up to 3 and 5, and they're fantastic. We have them from like 10 or 12 different schools, and it's been a great morning so far. I don't get to judge until later on again, but man, you get goosebumps. These young kids and the Chamorro language is really, really way up there. I'm very happy, proud to represent KUAM.
While it was his first time judging the event, which took place during the University of Guam's 49th annual Charter Day, Conception said the turnout was commendable.
I'm impressed. I'm very, very much impressed. Of course, I use Chamorro every day at the show with Jess Lujan and the bus and everything else. But coming from kids that are, 4 or 5 years old, I mean, it's just a great, great feeling, and I love it. I love it. Can't complain.
And while the performances and expression of culture rocked the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, the atmosphere was trumped only by the show of support from island schools.
Truman Elementary in Santa Rita and Mount Carmel, I think, brought their entire school with them. I mean, how much more support? And then I think the other interesting information is that we have 2 schools that participate in every category. That's Mount Carmel and Maleso Martyr. It's just amazing.
Senora Palomo said the event has grown substantially since its inception, and she hopes it will continue to expand to other creative categories in the future.
One of the new categories was storytelling for middle and high school students. Hopefully next year there'll be more. And in the elementary, every grade level can send in a representative.
The event was months in the making and took help from many Chamorro teachers throughout the island, as well as faculty and students at UOG. Let's take a look at some of the performances.
Congratulations to all the winners of this year's event. Stay tuned. We're back with more after this.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I have the one just for you.
We're increasing the amount of 4G LTE data on our new rate plans, giving people more of what they want to do more of the things they want.
So what do you think?
Nice.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Ariola at 472-6114.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Get mixed up every week on In the Mix. Thursdays on the stations and networks of KUAM. In the Mix.
Here at Make-A-Wish, our Wish Kids wish for all kinds of things. A lot of them involve traveling to faraway places. On Saturday, April 29th at GPO, we'll be holding an airlines mileage drive to help us grant these travel wishes. If you have spare airline miles, you can donate them without any transfer fees. And your donation will go a long way. And so will our Wish Kids.
Welcome back to KUAM News Extra. A celebration of our Chamorro culture and heritage wouldn't be a celebration without a focus on our food. And over the past weekend, the Garan Kudan Pika contest was held in Mingilao.
from Season High School, and we're cooking kadum tika.
More than 100 children from various schools and their families sliced and diced and spiced things up for the Mes Chamorro Garan Kadun Pika.
I'm from FB Leonberg Middle School, and I'm cooking the kadum pika.
The criterias are how well they use their language when we ask them questions, how well locally they use the product of ingredients, hot pepper, onions, and how well they also displayed, how well their display also was judged on the cleanliness. So yeah, there was a variety, and I gotta say that I'm very impressed. These are our future cooks. And if you want great tasting food from Guam, you must start with kadum tika. So I think our future is in bright hands doing a function like this. So Viva Guam, Viva kadum tika, Viva Mes Chamorro.
Congratulations to all those who participated and the winners. Taking first place in the Eskwelaentacular division is Tizen High School. In the Eskwelaentalu division, first place went to FBLG. Second place was Agata Johnston Middle School. In the Eskwelaent Elementario division, congratulations to first place winners, Ordot Chalanpago Elementary. Second place, Estumbo Elementary, and in third place, Tamuning Elementary. In the Audience Best Choice and Taste Award category, congratulations to Ordot Chalanpago Elementary.
Stay tuned. We're back with more after this. And that's our program. We'll see you tomorrow.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Moss.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
And that's our program. We'll see you tomorrow.
When it comes to construction, everyone is on the floor. The number one pilot for the top to in all day long. Cha-cha is the song in my Chamorro language. I do not
Captioning is brought to you by IT.